A lot of people have wondered about the difference between ecumenical work and interfaith work. And ecumenical was a word that became prominent probably in the 60s, describing the efforts to bring together the various kinds of Christian denominations. So you got Methodists and Presbyterians and uh, Disciples of Christ and Baptists and all these folks that are running around. And I used to joke in my early days in the interfaith movement that for me, when I was young, interfaith meant that the Methodists were talking to the Baptists. But that actually was ecumenical conversation. Comes from a Greek word, it's always Greek, oikomene, meaning the whole world. And the idea was that the ecumenical conversation was one that took part among the whole, at that time, Christian world, bringing people together. And there were some efforts to do some very institutional organization. So some of the denominations formally came together and found ways that they would recognize and acknowledge one another. But along about the 70s, there began to emerge a broader diversity. And that was recognizing that it was not just Christians that were around in this world, but there were Muslims and there were Hindus and there were Buddhists. And again, it used to be interfaith relationships used to be about understanding what was going on over there. You know, so if I was talking about Buddhists, I was talking about India, or our Hindus, I was talking about India. Or if I was talking about Muslims, I might be talking about Indonesia. But nowadays, the interfaith neighbor is the one who lives over the fence. It's the one who goes to school with your kids. It's the one you meet in the supermarket. And so what had been the ecumenical enterprise of building bridges across Christian denominations has now become the interfaith enterprise that works across the boundaries of religious traditions of all kinds.